Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to our 12th episode of Pipe Reel Studios Podcast.
That's what we're calling it.
Pipe Reel Studios Podcast.
Today, we are choosing two topics. I will be only mediating the two topics that we're talking about today. So I guess we will start with Joseph.
Okay. So I want to talk about this quickly before the movie comes out, I guess. Batman. Are you guys excited about this one? Or you're like, another Batman movie? Or are you even like, Robert Pattinson, really? Batman?
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking like 1989.
What are your feelings about Batman? And have you seen, have you been following the trailers and all that?
Sort of. I mean, anytime a new trailer comes out, I don't want to watch it, but I do want to watch it. Yeah. It's difficult.
Okay. For me, I've seen the trailers and seen the YouTube channels, pick them all apart. I sent you guys that video and just how he described the Riddler. Mm-hmm. He was like, Paul Dano is freaking crazy as the Riddler. I was like, what?
Should we drop the link below our YouTube video?
Yeah,
the
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. For the trailer, but also this TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some language in it, just FYI.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's English, a little bit of Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Did you watch the podcast, Raiders of the Lost podcast, about the new Batman?
No.
Oh, it's good. We'll drop that link in the description as well.
Okay.
They speculate, they talk about it, and basically where this takes place in the Batman timeline. I believe it's Batman Year 2. Mm-hmm. And just
that's what I've heard.
What the director's thinking, they've read up a lot about it.
Which I always appreciate.
Yeah, it sounds so good. And it sounds to me, what the thing I've always loved about Batman is the detective style and the Batman animated series where it's very like noir and all like the shadows and the contrast. It's like such a beautiful thing. And this looks like they're really playing up the detective vibe of Batman, which is such an underrepresented aspect of Batman in the Batman films.
Mm-hmm. I think it'll be rated R, which we've never seen before.
I just heard that recently, that it's possibly going to be rated R, which I had not known that until like 2 days ago.
Yeah. I think, it'll be good. It's, was Venom R?
No.
So
Deadpool and Logan were the two.
And Joker. Yeah.
And Joker, that's right.
But those have been very, in a way, standalone or in their own vein kind of thing.
But also, did you know that the first Marvel movie was R?
The first Marvel movie?
Blade.
Blade was R?
Back in 1980-something.
I think that's why I didn't watch it as a kid.
Probably.
Well, they even did a Dolph Lundgren Punisher in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Well, Marvel, when they became Marvel with the whole...
they weren't MCU, is what you're saying. They weren't Marvel Cinematic Universe. They were just Marvel movies.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Small little company. But Blade was R, and Blade... I don't know what made them stray. I don't know what made them leave.
I mean, it's probably good that they did, or they wouldn't have had the market that they did.
Yeah, sure. And I think because most comic book fans were younger, and so then it really limited, because a lot of parents didn't want to go watch the movies, and so then it really limited who could go watch their movie.
It's true.
But then those comic book fans grew up, and now they're adults.
Now is the time.
It's true.
Capitalize on that.
Actually, yeah.
I heard that it's possible that Batman is going to be narrating throughout this film.
Ooh, that adds to the noir style.
Yes,
right.
It does.
There was a dark night in the city that has no name.
I don't think he's going to talk like that.
She was tall like a woman. That would be cool. I can hear Robert doing that.
He is talented.
Is he going to narrate? That makes me so happy.
I don't know if that's for sure or not, because, again, it was just a meme format of, this is what I found out about the movie. So who knows if it's true or not.
I wish he would have narrated the trailer. If that was going to be the case, it'd be nice.
I wonder if they've even recorded that part of his yet, or if they're waiting until the movie is more wrapped up so they kind of know what they want him to say based on the shots they have. Because I know they've done so much. They've had to kind of roll with the punches so many times that they may not even know what they're going to need.
I hope it hasn't compromised the original view or goal of the picture at all, like COVID and all the production setbacks.
I mean, COVID has affected a lot of things. I know for WandaVision and Loki, they ended up cutting, I think, at least 2 episodes for each show just because of COVID.
Loki was short.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin,
man.
unrecognizable. I actually
yeah.
thought he was another actor who's about the age that he looks like in makeup. I can't remember what the actor's name is, much lesser known actor, but I'm just curious to see him do it. He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
And
that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And that he was willing to do that too.
I know.
To be unrecognizable in a movie when you're an actor,
Who speaking of Batman and unrecognizable, Christian Bale is going to be the God Butcher in the new Thor movie.
It's true.
Christian
No idea
Bale.
what he's going to look
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
It could be, given the vibe of Thor movies and how they're going, it could be pretty crazy. Colorful and
But I think it's either going to be like all prosthetics or a mixture with CGI. But it's like the person, at least in the comics, that person doesn't look like a human.
Oh, really?
Like it's got, I think, tentacles and stuff on their face.
Oh, so. Bill Nye style as
Oh, yeah.
David Jones. That wasn't a good impression. David Jones. I know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Can I commandeer your topic? I feel like this is a perfect transition into something I wanted to say about
you gave
Batman.
it to him, so.
You force-fed me a topic, and you're like, by the way, I know how to improve this topic.
I checked with him, and he was like, no, your idea is better than mine. So, yes, I will go with your topic.
Was that documented? I feel like...
No, it was off camera. Actually, yes, it was in audio when Colin forgot to...
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
You forgot to stop recording, huh?
Yeah.
So you got...
So, J.K. Simmons, you said, it gives me an in. We wish he was still Commissioner Gordon, right?
He is.
Well, he is in the Batfleck universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make a pitch for the best Batman movie ever made, starring Ben Affleck and J.K. Simmons. But guess what? It is called The Accountant. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like the actual movie.
The movie
already
The
exists.
Accountant.
Yeah, okay.
So there are so, and I hope I can think of them right now, but a brilliant movie for one. I know you love it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, and you liked it.
No. Like, I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. I've watched it a lot. It's a really good movie. And I realized the last time through that it is a Batman movie. For one, kid had a traumatized upbringing. He loses both his parents. He becomes trained by multiple individuals, a master of the underworld, and has an amazing, very efficient fighting style, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then he leads to a cop played by J.K. Simmons, a.k.a. Commissioner Gordon.
I think I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was the, I think he was worked for the Treasury or something. And he has a Alfred who communicates with him, sets up all of his arrangements, his flights, all these things. Is a little bit cheeky.
I'm sorry. I just got who you're talking about.
It's the girl,
Yeah.
the disabled girl at the beginning and the end.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Yeah. There's more things. He's really rich. He's
Right,
Ben Affleck.
that works. Yeah.
He solves puzzles, and for him, it's accounting puzzles and
Which
money
is that
trails.
detective type.
But it's the detective type thing. I know there's other things, but to me, it's a better movie in general than most of the Batman movies made. I think it's put together better than most Batman movies have some faults to them because of the big studios behind them and things. And this is more of an independently made kind of thing.
Double life too.
It's a double life, yeah. And there's still an altruistic aspect to his character, right? He lives he lives in the shadows. He has this darker side. He even rubs shoulders with some bad guys, but he also helps people, and he helps the little farm couple.
But then, who would the girl be that helps him?
It's not a direct thing. She could be like Catwoman or something, but like the reporter lady. I don't know. I don't think like he has a brother in this as well, and he doesn't in Batman. But in general, it's almost like somebody wanted to make a really good Batman movie, and DC wouldn't let them, and so they were like, "Sure, we'll make The Accountant, starring Batman and Commissioner Gordon."
Was it made around the same time?
It was made prior.
Okay.
But
So then probably actually what happened with then Batman after that is like, we really like both these people working together
yeah,
and the characters that they're portraying. Let's just make a Batman movie then with them. Maybe it was the opposite of what you're saying. Maybe they weren't rejected. Maybe they did that and like, wow, actually, that's a great idea.
yeah. Either way, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And better than the Batman movies that Ben Affleck's been in.
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
Sadly, and he's a really cool Batman. I think he's almost my favorite, if not my favorite, portraying Batman. But the movies themselves have not.
It's
been
a
that
different.
good.
It's I like it because it's Batman at a different stage in his life.
Yeah, and he looks like the comic book character because he's just massive. And Christian Bale didn't. You know, he's a scrawny little guy, buff but scrawny.
Yeah, I really liked his movies because I felt like it was kind of spearheading the realistic take on superheroes.
Oh yeah.
So it was still genre defining.
Well, that's all I had to say about The Accountant.
I guess it is technically your turn for a topic now. So.
Yeah, Nathan. Now that you took my topic, and then what's on your mind, Nathan? What have you really been wanting to talk about?
Dude, it said my own thing, and now I just have a lot to talk about. Jeez,
About
gosh.
a movie that wasn't even that thing.
It was related. I can just go home and you guys can talk or something, and I feel bad.
What would we talk about?
Joey said
really.
it was fine.
Yeah, we're out of topics here.
Well, you guys might not be able to talk. I don't
That's what I
remember
was
giving
saying.
you all the
What would
topics.
we do without you?
I gave you my topic earlier too.
I was complimenting
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Gosh,
Nathan, we love you.
and I'm just good at topics.
We're teasing you.
What I was going to talk about. Don't worry, it won't take long.
Oh, good.
So apparently, there's a thing. I just changed my tone. So apparently, I think at every point in a married guy's life comes a time when his wife, and you just said this, I think, on the last podcast, that your wife is like, "Oh, by the way, not loving what's going on," right?
She was finally able to. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, like she was finally able to look back on photos from I don't know, like 3 years ago or something like that. Like, yeah, you were kind of chubby.
Mm-hmm. So we've reached the point. Katya recently heard that, maybe you guys know about this, millennials, no, anybody after a millennial, Gen Z, I think they're called.
Okay.
They don't part their hair on the side. And anybody who parts their hair on the side, like millennials and older, they just consider like old people for parting their hair on the side. And it's like a very common look to part your hair on the side. It's even, I feel like it came back. But it's not a cool thing. You have to part your hair in the middle, or like don't part your hair. And so then all of a sudden, Katya doesn't, and apparently she's felt this way for a while. It's those popcorn chickens calling them, burping, I'm sorry. That's my hair just looks like old man hair. So now whenever I part my hair, she just calls it old man hair. And you'll notice there's no part.
Yeah, I've noticed. I feel like it looks way better now.
Thank you, Joseph. I tried. It's hard though. I feel like it's all swoopy and stuff. But yeah, millennials, they're can't part your hair.
It's a big no-no.
For some reason, I thought you were saying that she was talking about this. Because, no, it's not parted.
It's borderline. This would be borderline for her.
But it's acceptable.
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
Because it's not a hard part.
Yeah, same here. I just grab a comb and just do that. So I mean, technically it's parting, but
It is parted, and I think that would probably be too much for Gen Z. Like you need either a middle part or no part.
middle.
Middle part is back. It's like I feel like that's a very '90s thing.
Yeah.
Middle part, it's back.
Why the
gross.
middle but not the side?
Because it's different than the thing before it, probably, and they're trying to be different.
Of course.
But they're making me feel old, and I'm not old.
I mean, no. You did just have a birthday.
No, I shook my head just so you know.
Okay. That wasn't.
I keep getting distracted because I can see my own reflection in your headphones.
And I saw my reflection in the black covered headphones.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so I keep getting distracted. What was the
I
question?
should
again?
resolve the song. I don't have any lines. There wasn't a question. I was just letting
You're
you
right.
guys.
That was short.
I was just letting you guys know that be careful how you part your hair because you
Yeah.
won't be cool anymore.
Yeah. So I think I even thought about it.
I'm done.
I'm curious because like I feel like we're in that stage of life where we are getting older, so we do look at some younger things that are now becoming, more trendy. Like it is the predominant thing where it's like that's stupid or that's dumb, but we still know how to do it. Like we're not like, oh, how do they figure that out? But we're getting closer and closer to there. Where eventually, what will be the thing where we just like we can't understand it or we can't figure it out?
For me, it's
not
like-
just that we're judging it, but it's like we literally can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be different for us because we're just growing up with so much new.
Every day.
The
So you
new-
think we'll be able to adapt? Is that
the-
what you're saying?
Yes. The new Tesla bot. We're just going to keep going.
I'm totally getting one. I mean,
Yeah,
once I
well,
got it.
Okay, because I was like, the stuff that we have now, smartphones, 100 years ago, if they saw it now, they'd be like, whoa. And I'm like, in 100 years for us, I feel like, what are they really going to make that's going to wow us? Obviously, they thought that back then too, but for us, I feel like we're progressing so fast that it's expected. Like,
Yeah.
Well, in some ways too, like these things are gradual. They're gradual improvements. Like if you look at the telephone or the or a TV, it does the same thing as when TVs came out. It just also has internet now. It shows
Or
you
it's
stuff.
a clearer picture.
Yeah, it shows you stuff from the internet instead of from the TV waves coming through the air. But it does the same thing, just better. And so you've evolved with it, and you've learned how to go down a menu instead of turn a dial. And the same with cell phones. You know, they just used to make calls, and now they did this thing. And then iPhone came out, and they did kind of everything. And then now they do a lot more than they used to. So yeah, I think to your point,
smartwatches.
you grow up with the things. Don't mind us. It's telling you to breathe. To me, the take a breath thing always stresses me out because it's like not quite how I would breathe, but I'm trying to match it. Like,
I've never. Really? I've
Yeah.
never even tried it.
really? I tried for a while. I was having anxiety, so I was trying to do this breathing exercises, and that was giving me anxiety, so I stopped. I did a lot better after that.
Is that what triggers it? Joey, are you okay?
It's just this talk of getting old, it's making him feel mortal
I
and
guess. Yeah.
stressing him out.
Chicken nuggets or cheese curds.
The longest breathing break ever. No, sorry. The longest breathing break ever.
91 beats per minute, man.
What?
I don't know if it's
Colin, your
triggered
nose
by
is
my
whistling.
heart rate or not, or if it's just on a timer. I think it's on a timer. I don't think it's based on like you're feeling really stressed.
When I first had my watch, I thought, like the vibrations it does when it's telling you to, I thought it was sensing my breathing and vibrating when I was like, and it's going, and I was like, whoa. And I go, but that's not what I was doing. That'd be cool.
But yeah, technology.
Technology.
Just keeping up with trends. I mean, like also with the hairstyle and stuff like that. I was thinking as we get older, like what's the clothing style going to be? Because like in the past, they didn't always just wear a shirt and pants, or that kind of thing. So it's like, what's it going to be in the future? Are they going to go to huge
Robes.
curtain onesies type things? Like,
Yeah.
what's it going to be? Is it going to be, because I've even seen where, like some people are thinking it's going to be really tight fitting things that can change color or styles kind of like based on things. So like you basically wear one outfit, but you can adjust it every day or have like your go-to. So basically like a video game Sims where you can like easily change what they're wearing. Do that, but for your own clothes. Like obviously not add clothes, but change the color or style of what it looks like.
Yeah.
I wonder what we're going to get stuck at. Because usually it's about this age where somebody kind of finds a look and then they sort of wear that the rest of their lives. And you can see this with people that
So even when society keeps progressing, with the person.
they hit their 30s and the 70s and they're just like, they've always kind of had the hair and they've always, even though they're probably dead now. Older now. And the same thing with the 90s. And you've seen people from all this and they just keep the look.
Stay there.
So is this the look? Not a great look.
Cargo shorts and a t-shirt has been my style since forever.
Sure, you peaked a little early, but well, that's fine.
Yeah, curious.
So that's it.
That's it.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us on our 12th episode of Pipe Reel Studios podcast.
Thanks, guys.
A dozen. We're shooting for a baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen next time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next time.
Baker's dozen is 13.
Baker's dozen is 13.
Oh.
Because if you eat
know that.
all
Bakers
12
can't
and then
count.
eat the baker too,
Oh, I see.
Give the baker two.
if you eat the baker too. It's like when you were
Is that like a
starving.
Grimm's fairy tale?
Yeah, baker's dozen is when you were starving, and so you ate all of his
Plus
farm
the
fresh
baker.
eggs, and you ate the baker too.
There you go.
Well, look at the educational part of that podcast.
I saw it on a meme.
Really?
Actually, and I just made it up right now. So
You're
it's
trying
not true
to
at all.
justify yourself with a meme?
That's how desperate
what
I
you went
was.
to back
Post a
yourself
link in
up.
the description.
Yes, do that meme. Now I should make one.
Oh, cool. Bye, guys.
Bye. They're probably like all off.
I know. Yeah.